P0lice returned to Hartford trash plant in search for missing mother Jennifer Farber Dulos. New Canaan, Connecticut youth search of a Hartford trash facility continued Saturday as police look for evidence in the disappearance of New Canaan mother Jennifer Farber Dulos, now missing for over 2 weeks. A day earlier, state police detectives brought Michelle Troconis, the girlfriend of Dulos' estranged husband, back to the Farmington mansion she was sharing with P0lice Dulos. Investigators, for the last 2 years, P0lice Dulos and Jennifer Farber Dulos have been locked in a bitter divorce and a battle for the custody of the couple's 5 children, who are now living in New York City. As one group of state police detectives continued to sift through garbage bins in Hartford looking for clues into her disappearance Friday, another team arrived at 4 Jefferson Crossing along with a car with Troconis in the passenger seat and her attorney Andrew Bowman driving. Sources said there is a large wooded area behind the Jefferson Crossing development that leads to a popular walking trail. It didn't appear. P0lice Dulos and Troconis are due to appear June 11 in Superior Court in Stamford. They are both facing. P0lice Dulos remained jailed Saturday at the Bridgeport Correctional Center, held in lieu of $500,000 bail. He faces charge. Also this week, the Dulos' 5 children returned briefly to the private school in New Canaan that their mother dropped them off at on May 24 before she drove away and disappeared. The children police have spent most of this week systematically searching, and in some cases researching, properties affiliated with the 4 group, P0lice Dulos Home Building Company. They've searched a house. Troconis met with Stamford State's Attorney Richard Colangelo and state police detectives on Thursday at Bowman's law offices. It was unclear what the charges against Troconis and P0lice Dulos stem from video evidence captured by Hartford police that shows a man resembling P0lice Dulos dumping as many as 30 garbage bags into trash bins and dumpsters along Albany Avenue at 7:15 p.m. on the day that Jennifer Dulos disappeared, court records said. A woman resembled. State police recovered some of those bags before they were picked up and taken to the Materials Innovation and Recycling Authority's trash to energy plant in Hartford's South Meadows. Since last week, it's time-consuming sorting through the decaying refuse, according to sources familiar with the process. Motorized equipment. There are so many intermingling smells that each new section is gone through twice, with 2 different dogs. The second dog in effect checking the work of the first. Sources said, what makes the job even more difficult is that the refuse isn't in the same form as when it was first thrown into a trash can or dumpster. By the time, the changed form and reduced size of the pieces of garbage make it hard to identify what something is visually. That's where the dogs, at Jennifer Dulos' Wells Lane home, New Canaan police remain on the scene. The family has hired. Several of the neighbors on Wells Lane have posted no trespassing signs on their property. At Waveney Park in New Canaan, where police have conducted numerous searches, there were only dog walkers and runners on Friday. People in town are. Another dog walker said she hopes that whatever happens, Jennifer Dulos' children would have some finality and know that their mother did not simply vanish. A sign asking. The same state police now searching the Myra plant were at the park searching for evidence related to the case over multiple days in the week after Jennifer Dulos disappeared. Sources said, Jennifer Dulos' black Chevy Suburban was found on Lapham Road, just outside the park, hours after she was reported missing. Copyright 2019 The Hartford Courant, Hartford, Connecticut. Visit the Hartford Courant, Hartford, Connecticut at www. Distributed by Tribune Content Agency, LLC.
Raindrop, truck top, smoking, no cooking, the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.